Welcome to another episode of World Kitchen. Today we are featuring some recipes from Ecuador with one of our Hubert H. Humphrey Fellows, so I'm very excited to have him with us today. First off, I would like to thank our sponsor, as always, the Outreach and Online Education Office of Inclusion, Equity, and Diversity. We appreciate their support every month when we do this program. So, my guest chef today, come on over. This is Sebastian Salazar Nichols. Sebastian, as I said, is one of our visiting Hubert H. Humphrey Fellows, and he is from Ecuador, but he has traveled around many of the Latin American countries, and he is here visiting Penn State for the school year, and he brought with him his wonderful husband, Luis Andrea. So they are both here in the kitchen today, and Luis has been helping with all of the setup and preparation for today. As you can probably tell, I have a bit of a cold. I haven't been feeling so well. So I'm going to go behind the scenes today, and Sebastian can handle this all on his own. He's highly capable. So I'm going to let Sebastian take it away, and I hope you enjoy.
Thank you very much. I'm very glad to be here, and thank you, Tamara, for this opportunity. It's an opportunity to talking about my country, talking about my customs, and share with you the very special recipe. It's a Colada Morada and Guaguas de pan. The Colada Morada, it's a very thick beverage made with fruits and spices. And the Guagua de pan, it's like a baby bread, sweet bread with different fillings. And I have information about my country because all of you don't know nothing about my country, anything about my country. Ecuador, it's a country in Northwest South America, bordered by Colombia in the north, Peru in the south and in the east, and the Pacific Ocean in the west. Also include the Galapagos Islands, more famous place in our country probably, and the country capital is Quito. I was born in Quito, the second highest capital in the world. It's in the middle of the Andean Mountains and in the middle of Ecuador too. The territories of modern Ecuador have a home of variety of indigenous people, and this recipe, it's a mixture between indigenous heritage and Spanish heritage. And let's start it. Thank you for the people who connected, and special greetings for my family, for my host family. Thank you, Jack and Joyce, for stay connected, and for my family too.
And before I forget, if you have any questions at all throughout this whole program, feel free to put them in the chat and we will ask Sebastian ourselves, or you can also just unmute yourself and ask the question if you have the opportunity.
Okay, we have two recipes. One is baby bread and the other one is the beverage. And let's start with bread because have more time for preparation the dough. And let's get started with warm milk. It's a warm milk and the yeast, instant yeast, what I'm developing. Don't worry. And you put the yeast in the milk, and with a spoon, or if you have one of these,
A
it's
frother.
better.
Yeah, frother.
And you can mix. It's very important to mix very well.
Okay.
Because the quality of the dough, it's maybe all homogeneous products in the mill, and it's very well with this kind of machines.
Yeah, that frother is a kind of a hand-me-down from one of my daughters who had it and brought it back from college, and it's just been in the drawer, so we finally found a use for it.
Cool. Some people use for the cocoa and milk.
Yeah, right.
Or for the home-made cappuccino, maybe.
Yes, I
with
think
the
she
milk.
used it for coffees and cappuccinos, yeah.
And after that, you can add the half cup of wet flour.
White flour, yes.
Wet flour. Okay. And in two parts.
Okay. Nice. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about how you learned to cook. Was this something you picked up from your parents, or?
Yeah, for me, it's a very interesting story about my country, about my family. One of the most important moments in our lives every day, it's to share the food.
Of course.
Maybe in the sometimes in the breakfast, sometimes in the dinner, but it's more important in the weekends. We have a very important part of the year is share with the family every Sunday. Probably in my mother house, we share with my other brothers, with our family, and it's a space for share about your stories in the week, for maybe sometimes only for share your feelings, but it's so important to share this space with the family in the table and talking about the family, talking about your I don't know, your things about the week.
You know, I think that's one of the things I've learned in my, well, I guess we just started our 5th year of doing World Kitchen. Every culture that I have had, probably at least 35, 40 different cultures, everybody, their culture revolves around food. And that's so true. Even here in the US, you know, everybody gets together to share food and culture and family and stories and just to enjoy each other's company. So that's incredibly true for most people, I think.
Yeah, and this part of the week for me it's so important. And after that, I look my mother cook, look my father's cook, and all in my family cook sometimes, and talking about the recipes. For example, this recipe it's so important in this part of the year. It's traditionally drink and eat in the Day of the Dead, November 2nd. And we prepare this recipe in family. And it's so important. You talking about the culture, talking about the relation with the dead people, talking about the relation with the other cultures in our country, with indigenous people, for example, talking about the heritage, the Spanish heritage, about the introduction of wet flour, for example, or the anise, the store anise, or ingredients in this recipe, and have different questions about the recipe. For example, what do you use, for what reason do you use the purple flour? What's the purple flour?
Yeah.
What's the purple corn flour? And it's so important because it's a kind of corn grounds in Andean mountains and used for the color of the dead. And it's so important. And for
So the purple is, I'm seeing a pattern. So the purple and the darker colors
yeah,
are very important for Day of the Dead.
yeah, it's very important, the color. And in this part of the year, you have this kind of corn.
Yes.
But it's not fresh, it's a little dry. And after that, you toast and melt. And with this preparation, you have the powder or flour for corn. And it's the most important part of the Colada Morada recipe. And the other one's about the babies. For what reason you bake babies? And the baby symbolizes the newborn. And it's the cycle of life. It's the death and the newborn. And you share this preparation in the graveyard with your dead people in the cemetery. And it's very amazing heritage and very amazing story about this. It's not only food for it, it's food for share. It's food for making in family. It's food for share with others. And it's so important for my culture, and it's so important for my family. And this is the reason for I love cooking. Cooking for, not cooking for only eat, cooking for share with the people, cooking for talking about stories about the behind of the food. You and I talking enough about the different traditions in the food, Spanish food, Persian food, and have a lot of stories about this food, about these products, and it's really amazing. Let's continue with the preparation. For the next step, we need this mixture with eggs. The eggs, the flour, the sugar, salt, cinnamon, and vanilla. And you put this mixture in a bowl.
While you're doing that, one of our guests mentions that she had visited Quito and the Galapagos Islands in 2023 and had a wonderful time, and she recommends everyone do that trip. And then another guest says, "Hi, Sebastian. Alexandra and Nazika connecting from Philly's airport." So they're watching also. Those are
Greetings
two of our
my
fellows.
my fellows, Nasik and Alexandra. Alexandra is one of our fellows in this program. She's from Chile, and he started this programmation about the world's kitchen and prepare an amazing food. I try to be the best right now. And after of this part of the recipe, you need 4 eggs, and put the eggs in the mixture. A lot of people connected.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
I've been telling everyone, this I think is one of the most unique world kitchens I've ever done. You know, everyone usually shares, sometimes they'll share a dessert or a dish, you know, but it's pretty rare to have beverages. So I think the drink is going to be really fun. But I also believe that, you know, this idea of the bread babies and what you do with it for Day of the Dead is really unique and interesting. So I'm really excited about this one.
Yeah, when you talk with us about share food, I think in a food with history about that. Not only for preparation, I love to tell about this culture. When I was selected for this program, I have a little celebration in the Fulbright Commission in my country, and the ambassador of the United States, Patrick Fitzgerald, tell me, you need to best ambassador of your country in this program. And this is the part of the share our culture. We have an amazing country in South America. We use a lot of different products you can see in this preparation, and have different flavors. And these flavors have a reason for use. Reason for use, for example, the espingo, it's the flower of the cinnamon. It's a product who I can show you. It's probably a more interesting product in this preparation. It's
I've
espingo.
never seen this before.
Yeah, it's a flower of the cinnamon and grows in the Amazonian jungle and used for this preparation. And the smell of it's so good.
Very strong cinnamon smell. Yes.
It's it's a cinnamon smell, but you put in the next preparation. And when you put the eggs and mix, you need the cinnamon powder, 1 spoon of cinnamon powder, because the baby bread are sweet bread with spicy flavor for the vanilla and cinnamon.
Yeah, all of the cinnamon and star anise and all of the spices just make it all smell so amazing.
Yeah.
So
And vanilla.
Okay.
If you have a vanilla bean, it's better.
Yeah, of course.
Vanilla bean from Ecuador,
Of
it's better.
course, yeah.
Yeah, I have a vanilla beans too in Ecuador. This cinnamon smells so well. I read about this Vietnamese cinnamon. And yeah, it's a sweet bread, but important of this bread is the form of the babies and the fillings. The decoration,
Yes.
it's amazing. It's colorful decoration. It's a celebration for for us as a holiday. It's a very important holiday, and we have don't go to the school or the labor this day. We visit the graveyards. It's so common in the country. Not only in the morning, sometimes we visit the graveyards in the night, and it's amazing to see the graveyard with a lot of people in the night with lights and candles. Yeah, we need to put 1 spoon of salt. Probably use the salt for the mixture and it's not that so sweet bread. It's a little sweet, but it's not so sweet. Probably you combine with the fill with Nutella or jam, and for the reason you need a neutral flavor in the bread.
Yeah, we were talking just while we were preparing a little bit about how interesting the death culture is in many different countries and cultures. And you were telling me a little bit about what you actually do with these items, which we're going to be making today. So for Day of the Dead, which is typically November 1st and 2nd, something like
Yeah,
that.
November 1st and 2nd, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just a week or so behind on our Day of the Dead celebration here, but so you would take these beverages and these food items to the cemetery,
Yeah,
and do you sit at the gravesite of your loved one? You sit right there by
yeah.
them?
The people comes with these preparations to the cemetery, and after that, sit behind of the graveyard, the graves, and talk it with the dead people. Sometimes for us sound real, so not rare, but it's not rare because you thinking about it's like an honor for your ancestry.
Yes.
It's sharing the food and talking about, I'm so well, I share my life with you, and I remember you. And it's so important because you remember the people, remember your grandparents or the people dead, and have and you're not alone with your family sharing with the dead people, and visit the graveyard, make it the honors, put the bread in the up of the graveyard, and put flowers, and after that you visit another dead people. It's not only one people. In my case, for example, we visit the grave of my grandparents, the grave of my father, and we talk with them. Every people have things to share with the ancestry, and this is the opportunity. And the other one is it's an opportunity to visit the cemeteries for us. We don't have other times. Sometimes we are busy with the
Sure, life, you get
life.
busy with
Yeah.
life, yeah.
Yeah. And the next step is put the floor, but not all the floor, in parts, because it's so important, the texture.
Oh, okay.
You
So
need
you want
to,
to slowly incorporate the flour to keep the texture
yeah,
soft.
yeah,
Great.
yeah. Sometimes it's a little difficult to have the perfect texture for the bread,
Of course.
but I have a better teacher for me. My brother have a little bakery in my country
Okay.
and prepare bread all days.
Uh,
He is
so that's
connected.
why you've gotten into making a lot of bread here. I've heard that you've
Yeah.
made bread for your fellow Humphrey fellows
Yeah,
a few times at least.
yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Isaac and Aravic are also here.
Ah, cool. Thank
And
you.
Aravic says she's tried your bread babies and they're so good.
Thank you, Rabik, and thank you, Isaac. Rabik is from Armenia. It's another Humphrey Fellow, and Isaac is from Panama. And yeah, we share a lot of time together here. And yeah, the most important part of this program for me is learning about other cultures.
Yeah,
And it's so
absolutely.
important. It's so amazing. Have past weeks we visited DC, Washington DC, and assist to the Global Leadership Forum with another 140 people
Wow.
for 94 countries,
Mm,
and took it with a lot of people about
yeah.
the opportunity in the United States, but not only for that. We share about our culture, about our experiences, and it's really, really amazing for us to learn about different countries. For me, countries that never been there and never known about that. So far from my home,
Right.
probably.
For any of our guests who aren't familiar, the Hubert H. Humphrey Program is a program run by the U.S. State Department. And they have Humphrey Fellows from many, many countries around the world come every year to a number of different universities within the United States. The ones who come to Penn State have an education-related field, and that's why there are usually anywhere from 10 to 15 Humphreys come every year. It just depends on how many apply and how many are selected. But I've been involved with the Humphrey program for many years, and I'm actually a host family for the Humphrey program. And Alexandra from Chile is my Humphrey Fellow for this year. So hosting a fellow doesn't mean that they live with you or anything like that. It just means that you're their local friend, that they can spend time with you, do things with you locally, learn more about American culture through you. So it's a really amazing program. And every Humphrey host that I have ever spoken to talks again and again about how much the hosts get out of this. And we feel like we get more of it out of it than the fellows themselves do. But I know the fellows really appreciate having a local family or a local person that they can kind of call their own while they're here.
Yeah, one of the other important parts of the program is know about the American culture, and the host family is so important for us.
Yes.
Talking, share different moments. My host family is Jack and Joyce, Ego, and we spend time with this amazing couple of American people. And for example, for us, it's so important to go to the volleyball games.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny. I never been before to the volleyball games, and right now I am so big fan of the Penn State team.
Yeah.
My favorite player is Jessica. And yeah, I enjoy a lot of this time, and have another times for only sharing and talking about the Pennsylvania story, the State College story, the Penn State story, the United States. About that, we take 3 courses this year. One of American politics, one of education and engagement with community, and one of Latin culture in Latin America and in the United States. And have a lot of information, but share this information with my house family, and talking about, for example, the U.S. Constitution or the U.S. story, the U.S. elections. Sometimes, yeah, I say that all people tell me about politics. It's not a good topic to share, but
Yeah.
I really love politics, and yeah, it's a very important for us to have a host family. And for different cultures, maybe it's more important than us. We live in Western Hemisphere and have a different but related things with the United States. We have a lot of influence here, and have my sister lives here for 7 years in Boston. Probably he's connected too.
Can I help you dump
Yeah,
a little of that
perfect.
in there? Yeah.
Thank you. So cheesy. Thank you.
We're about 25 minutes in, so we might want to finish that up and just use the one we made earlier to kind of move that along a little bit.
Yeah. And when you have this mixture ready, you need to put to rest for maybe 1 hour. But we don't have 1 hour here, and for this reason we have the ready dough.
Yeah. So we got here a little early and we prepped the dough ahead of time.
Okay. And when you have this one, you need to put in the warm and cold place, warm and dry place.
Right. So we kind of just turned an oven on and then turned it off so that
It's
it was a little bit warm,
Yeah.
and then our dough would rise. And I just popped the dough out and took the plastic wrap off that we had on top. And as soon as I removed the plastic wrap, the cinnamon smell just took over. It was amazing.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
while you
No,
clean
this
your
one.
hands, I will switch those out for you. All right.
Okay, this is the duck ready to prepare. But in this moment, I can start the other recipe for make a
Okay.
together, finish up the same time. And the other preparation is colada morada. Colada, it's like a thick beverage, and morada, it's purple in Spanish. And we started with this preparation. You need water in the pot, and
Okay.
in this water, you can use all different spices. You need to put star anise. It's a very interesting.
Yeah.
It's from Spanish heritage, I think. 6 sticks of cinnamon. Allspice, but you usually calls sweet pepper. And cloves. And for the smell, it's so important to use another products. Orange peel.
So you literally just peeled an orange.
Yeah, peeled
to
an
make your
orange.
peel.
And the other one is the skin of the pineapple.
Oh, okay.
It's so important because the heart of the pineapple.
Hard. Okay, the core, the
Core,
the
yeah,
hard part.
the
Okay.
hard part. And you put on in this.
Okay.
If you have herbs, it's the time for put the herbs here, but we don't have the same herbs here. But it's the time to use the start of the recipe.
Cinnamon, yeah.
Cinnamon flourish, pingo.
Okay.
Put only one, have a strength.
Yes. Now
And-
we were lucky that Sebastian happened to have brought these with him from Ecuador because I really could not find those here.
And put in the stove. For the maybe we need to boil, and after that we boil it for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And in the other pot, I return to this part. Sorry. We need to put the fruits.
Oh, right.
These fruits is blackberries, strawberries, the water, and raspberries.
So we're using all of these deep colored red,
Yeah.
purple, blue
And this is the
blueberries.
blueberries. And the same, you need to move to the stove
Okay, we're gonna
for,
boil those as well.
for 20 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
and return to the other recipe.
Okay, so you get everything cooking over there, right?
Perfect. You see my. Okay, perfect. You see my flag? That's the flag of Ecuador. Have a little flags too. It's amazing. My country have the same flag for Venezuela and Colombia because in the part of history we have the same country. The country call it Great Colombia.
All right, so now we're gonna get into making the bread babies.
Yeah, and you have this duck, this amazing duck. And you need to make a little balls of this.
Okay. So we're gonna
Probably.
divide this into,
Yeah,
Balls.
probably this size of ball,
so maybe the size of a baseball here.
maybe the size of baseball.
Yeah,
Baseball. Venezuelan people love baseball
they
too.
love baseball too? Okay,
We love soccer.
yeah,
I know you love soccer too.
absolutely.
When I started my pre-academic program in Kansas, I visited the Kansas City, the stadium with another fellows, and go to the game with United States and Uruguay. Yeah. And these balls you need to make flat with the roller.
Okay.
This way. And prepare an oval. It's
An
not a
oval
circle,
shape?
it's
Okay.
an oval shape. You know. And it's so easy, they took it so well for work. And after that, when you have this shape, you put inside different fillings like jam or Nutella. And this time we will use Nutella.
So we have some Nutella here. We also have either cherry or strawberry jam.
And put in the middle like a line,
Okay.
like making a empanada. It's the same preparation of empanada, sweet empanada in this case. And after that, you unroll. Okay, and it's so important that in the top you make the head of the baby.
Anne is asking, out of this one recipe, how many balls of dough do we get? Roughly 5?
Probably five or six,
Yeah, depending on how big, yeah.
depending on how you remember. This took in the oven rise,
Yeah.
and it's bigger than you can see right now. This probably you saw a small one, but when you can bake, it's bigger.
It's gonna rise again, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after that, you
So you're making a little
close.
seam on the top of the bread baby.
Yeah, and you turn
Okay.
and make the better way to. The shape is perfect. It's the head of the baby and the body of the baby. You know, we use the word guagua. Guagua, it's a Quechua word. In my country, the Quechua is another official language, but it's not the same that Peru. In Peru, it's Quechua, and in the Ecuador, it's Quechua because it's the northern Quechua. My father told me one time that it's different because the soil is different. In Ecuador, the soil is soft, and probably in Peru, it's more dry weather and the soil is hard. For this reason, it's Quechua more hard and Quechua more soft.
Oh,
Story
okay.
of my father's shit.
Would you do this just on a cooking sheet, or do you want to use parchment paper?
Maybe paper,
Parchment?
yeah, and after that we put. It's look amazing, look nice, look so sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so happy with it, with sharing it. Another question?
Yeah. No. Okay, we'll put this over here so everyone can kind of see the shape a bit. There we go.
Perfect.
All right. All right.
And yeah, it smells so well. It smells so spicy with cinnamon.
Turning these up a little so they can start to boil.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks, so it reminds me a little bit of a papoose in Native American culture, the way the babies are in a wrap, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, we use the same. The indigenous people
Yeah,
have make a wrap with the baby and put in the bag
sure.
for making the agricultural activities
Uh-huh.
or go to the market with a baby in the bag.
Uh-huh. Great.
For the next two, probably use the
The jam?
jam.
Do you want to use the cherry or the strawberry?
Strawberry.
Strawberry, okay.
In my country, it's common to use guava jam, or sometimes use salted like cheese,
Oh,
or
nice,
mixture
yeah.
with cheese and panela you know, it's sugar cane,
Uh-huh.
preparation with sugar cane.
Get you another spoon out here for this jam.
Perfect.
Another baby. There we go.
Another baby. I'm so happy for sharing this recipe with you.
I'm excited to see how I'm really excited to decorate. Part of the specialness of this is getting to decorate them when they're done.
And decorate it's a fun activity, and you share this activity with the kids.
Yeah.
When I was young, the most fabulous part for this preparation is decorate the guaguas. And sometimes in my country, you can bout the guagua already, but fillings outside for you.
Oh, okay.
Decorate with your family.
Uh-huh.
And the same, you put in the middle, like a line.
Nice. Yeah, the smell of the cinnamon dough reminds me, at Christmas time, when my kids were little, I would make cinnamon salt dough, and we would make Christmas ornaments out of it, and then you would have that cinnamon smell around at the holiday time, you know, on your tree, and it was a very strong cinnamon smell, and that kind of reminds me of this.
Yeah, it's so spicy. And the beverage too have a, probably if you smell right now, you smell the cinnamon,
Oh, yeah.
the spices.
Pineapple, I smell the pineapple a
Pineapple.
lot, yeah.
I return to the story about this dish, and the color of the beverage, it's purple and symbolize the dead, and the babies symbolize the new begin, the life. Yeah. And we have a different kind of breads, taller,
Shorter.
shorter, because the people is different.
Yeah, of course. Are there other cultural activities that you would be doing in Ecuador that are a little different than what we do here, other than Day of the Dead? What are some of the others?
Probably carnival.
Yeah.
For us is different. It's a mixture too. We have a lot of customs mixtured with Spanish heritage and Christian heritage, and with indigenous people customs. For example, carnival, it's a mixture with probably it's in at the same time of the solstice of in March. It's
Spring solstice, yeah.
spring solstice, and they have a very huge celebration called Inti Raymi. It's the new year for the Indian communities. It's the new year, and it's the time for the you have a different products for the farms. For example, the corn. The corn is so important for us in our culture, in our ancient culture, and at this time you have a mixture for the Inti Raymi and Carnival. It's a Christian celebration. It's a Christian, but it's not only a Christian. But you have huge celebrations around the country, and very different. For example, in one part of the country, you play throwing flowers to the other people. And in the other parts of the country, for example, in my city, you use water for water or foam, carnival foam. But have an historic story about that. In the colony age, you use the skin of the eggs, and inside you put perfume and water and sometimes flour, and this you throw to the other people. Yeah, right now it's a little violent, but at this time it's a part of the game, the game in the streets, and after that you share with your families, thinking in the future, because the next Wednesday it's the celebration for the beginning of the Saint week. I don't remember the name of the week. Wednesday for something.
Okay.
I don't remember. Probably we use this for,
Okay.
or have another one for the oven.
Just move them down a little bit.
My husband is so happy to eat there, learning about our cultural customs, and all the people taste this dish in our country love it.
Yeah.
It's so delicious. It's so nice to saw the different decorations of the bread.
Uh-huh.
Right now, this year, I saw the pictures about this kind of bread, but cover it entirely with chocolate.
Ooh.
Yeah, looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
I saw, but I never taste this, and have a different feelings and different jam or Nutella, and have a preparation for the fruits. On yeah, sometimes use cheese with jam.
Yeah. We were talking a little bit earlier while you were preparing as well about, how interesting it is to have a bicultural family. And I guess, for me, having the American Persian, I had a lot to learn about Persian culture. I didn't grow up knowing anything about it. For you and Luis, you're both South American, so you have a little bit of similarity, but there's still a lot of differences.
Yeah, we have different. For example, in the words, we use different words for the same thing.
Uh-huh.
Pineapple, no pineapple. For example, watermelon.
Uh-huh.
The most common word for watermelon is sandía, but in Venezuela say patilla. Yeah.
Okay.
For the banana, we say guineo or plátano, and the Venezuelan people say escambur. And it's so different.
Yeah.
And have a different for the customs in the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it's a little boring, but we prepare it in the Christmas
So
turkey.
should we put these in the oven?
With
Oh,
this
you want to
one,
do a little one?
yeah, a little.
A little one too. All right.
And for Venezuelan people, have different dishes for the Christmas.
Uh-huh.
We are a little boring with turkey, but Venezuelan prepare hallacas and ensalada de gallina, pan de jamón, and it's so delicious. In our home, we mixture.
Yeah.
We prepare the turkey with hallacas and sometimes different dessert.
Yeah, I mean, I think having multiple cultures in a family is a lot of fun. We really do mix things, and in my family, we even have a third culture in that my daughter married someone whose mother was from Thailand, so there was some Thai culture thrown in as well. So it's always fun to have the various cultures. So we're gonna pop these
Perfect.
into a 350 oven, correct?
350 Fahrenheit degrees in the oven for around 20 minutes.
Okay.
But wait. But before that, you need to paint.
Oh, the egg, yes, the
The
egg
egg.
wash, right.
Yeah, the egg wash you need to paint for the oven.
Mm-hmm. So this is just the egg yolk,
Yeah,
correct?
it's egg yolk, and you paint.
And this is gonna make it shiny?
Yeah, it looks shiny and probably more. I don't know. The skin of the babies looks well.
Okay.
Moisture, I think.
Yeah, so it doesn't dry out, crack.
The little baby.
We have a variety of sizes of babies, that's
Yeah.
right. All right, now back into the oven, yes.
Okay, we're ready with another preparation. Probably move to the stove. You have two different preparations there. The one is the spices and smell
Yeah.
so sweet and spicy.
Yeah.
You need to,
Now, one of the things that people might notice in our recipe is that there were some lemongrass leaves and other things, lemon
Yeah.
verbena and things like that, which we don't really have an opportunity to find here at this time of year. So, but the preparation that you were able to bring from Ecuador, which is a pre-made packet of the purple
Yeah.
flour, has those in it already, correct?
yeah, we have a preparation with the flour, but this flour is spiced with another different things. In our country, it's so common to buy the whole package of the all different herbs with lemongrass and verbena and other things, and you put in this preparation. But probably the taste is so herbal, but with this is perfect. It smells
Right.
so well.
So while, and someone just asked on our chat, but also, what we found was, because we couldn't find the prepackaged flour, purple flour mixture here, we did find it on Amazon.
Yeah,
So you can order it on Amazon. Sebastian can show you the package and tell you exactly what it is, but I think I was able to just get on Amazon and type in the
my fellow Ecuadorians maybe don't feel the same because it's not the same, but this is the
Colada
preparation.
Morada, yeah.
Yeah, and have the photo with the baby bread.
The
and the
yeah,
colada
the
morada.
babies, yeah.
And it's the same flour but with the spices and other things.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's more easy if you
yeah, and
don't have
it
a.
was gonna take maybe 5 days to get here, so we were very lucky that Sebastian did bring this with him.
Okay. I need to strain this one.
Okay, so this liquid is going to be used in in combination with the berries that you are making, correct?
Yeah, but the next step, it uses this liquid with the flour.
Ah,
And
okay,
dissolve the flour in this liquid.
all right.
Cool. It's a spice liquid, and you need to be there. And we'd use the cooked fruits in the blender
Mm-hmm,
and incorporate together all things.
okay.
You have put here.
Let me put a hot pad down since that's gonna be warm. There we go.
And the immersion blender.
It's right here, yeah.
Ah, it smells so good.
It does, yeah.
And you need to blender.
Yeah, so we're using an immersion blender, but you said you could also just use an actual blender itself. Anne wants to know if you could use instant blue masa flour for this. Blue masa flour. I don't know what exactly that.
No,
Yeah.
probably
It's
it's another.
yeah. I
I
mean,
saw the purple corn in Amazon, but probably it's a flour with this.
yeah. This. Well, okay. I was going to tell you what the ingredients are, but they're all in Spanish, so I will not.
Yeah. By the ingredients here, it's corn flour, vitamins, colorants, and flavor.
Okay, so we are emulsifying all of these berries that we cooked in the water.
Yeah,
Great.
and this is the base for the colada, but you need to strain after that, probably in a few minutes.
Oh my goodness, this smells amazing.
No, yet.
No, I know, I'm just gonna sit it right here. I'm just saying it really smells good.
Yeah. And this smells so good too.
Yeah, it does. It's a beautiful color. And I'm assuming that the the purple flower will make it an even deeper, darker color, right?
Can you see? Still like this, but you have put water. Probably we find in this. You can change the color.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Have a
Yeah.
colorful.
Right. Yeah. It looks white, but it's going to turn purple in the mixture. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. This part. Okay. Probably straight this way.
Okay, so we're putting this through a fairly fine sieve to get out any remaining big
Yeah.
pieces of the,
For the seeds, for the
Yeah.
strawberries. Can you help me?
Yeah.
with this?
Sure.
Perfect.
Okay.
Ready. It smells so good.
It does.
Sweet, and the smell of the berries is. You can see the seeds, the parts, the big parts.
Uh-huh.
It's better for the texture.
Sure.
We don't have this one. After that, we need to mix the flour with the other water.
Okay.
And can use the same pot. I will use this one
Okay.
here. And mixture with the flour,
Uh-huh.
with the immersion
With the
blender.
immersion.
It's better.
And again, if you don't have the immersion blender, you can always use a regular blender.
Yeah.
Yes, we got that beautiful purple color coming through again.
Yeah. Finally, we have the color, and you smell?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
so spicy.
it is.
Probably my mom have a different concerns about this recipe.
Yeah.
So I said, no, don't use instant flour for this. It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same, but when you live outside of Ecuador,
You've got to do what you got to do. Yeah.
and after that you put the juice, the cooked juice. And look the color. The color is
Yeah,
purple.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It's amazing color.
Uh-huh.
The color of the bed. Okay, with this
Okay.
for the perfect blender. It's almost ready. In the Peru, have the other use for the purple corn flour, and they call it mazamorra morada. Mazamorra, it's a synonym of colada, but it's more thick, more thick. It's like jam,
Oh, okay.
and they eat it with milk rice. Rice with milk.
Yeah, yeah.
This is Spanish. So, yeah, it's almost ready. It's almost ready.
Okay.
For the end, you need to put the fruits, the entire fruits, like I can show you
Uh-huh.
these fruits.
So you
Strawberries,
chop them up fairly small.
yeah. Strawberries, blackberries, blackberries, and the pineapple. It's so important, the pineapple, for the acid flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, and the pineapple. In my country, use another things like juice for naranjilla. Naranjilla, it's
Yeah.
very different. Call it lulo in Colombia, and it's a very different fruit. And sometimes use babaco. It's a kind of other fruit. I don't know. This one. And mix, and you put in the stove for 10 minutes, and it's ready.
Okay.
10 more minutes.
Back on. Yeah. Beautiful.
And right now we need to return with the babies. What? 7 minutes.
Yeah.
7 minutes. Probably you need to talk about other things about this dish. The origins of cultural significance of this recipe, Colada Morada Guaguas de Pan, have deep roots in Ecuadorian culture, stretching back for the pre-Columbian times. Indigenous communities, particularly Quechua, celebrate rituals to honor their ancestors and the natural cycle of life and death. And this practice were later influenced by Spanish, colonial, and Catholic traditions, and create this blend of this mixture. Because when you go to the graveyard, you have different Catholic symbols, like a cross or maybe prayer in the graveyard, but you share this kind of food too. It's mixture.
I think people here in the US are a little more familiar with the Mexican culture of sharing Day of the Dead, and they do a lot of the altars with food on an altar and things like that. Is that just a Mexican thing, or do they do that also?
It's similar because have probably the same relation with the dead, and thinking about the ancestry and thinking about the honor of the ancestry, but have a different custom. Yeah, it's share the food because we thinking that people it's near to here, but in other universe, in other metaverse maybe.
What is the significance of Day of the Dead? Because in my mind, Day of the Dead is associated very much with our Halloween. You know, it's the day after Halloween here. And in the US, the pagan culture, I think, was that Halloween was the time when the barrier between the living and the dead is very thin. And so the dead can hear you more, or see you more, or something along those lines.
Probably this part of the reason it's true for us is it's the part of the year that it's so near. But we have another tradition. The tradition it's honor it to the ancestry. It's remember and honor it. We remember this day. We're thinking about our family dead, and remember and share with us the best dishes, the best wishes too, and probably pray for these people, for these souls. But maybe it's near in this part of the year. It's near between the live people and the people, and the border. It's so thin this day. Yeah, probably have this one, and the other one it's time for the change in the season. Right in my country have only 2 seasons, summer and winter, but have a different celebrations in the solstice and equinox. and this is part of the. In this part of the year, you have another products for the soil, like pineapple, like strawberries, like corn, the purple corn, and you say thank you to the Mother Earth too.
Right.
And it's another part of the celebration. I can see the yeah, so good.
I think it's hard for you to see, but while Sebastian is at the stove, it looks to me like the mixture is getting even a darker color,
Yeah,
a deeper purple. Yeah, well, it's
it's
cooking a
like
bit.
dark and thick.
Yeah, Great.
And it's amazing. Probably we prepare the this mac with a little fruits. And
Oh,
a little,
nice. Yeah. So what is the symbol in the center of the Ecuadorian flag?
It's the shield of Ecuador, and this shield you can see here. It's different components. This is the national bird. It's condor,
Okay,
you know,
condor.
and symbolize freedom.
Uh-huh.
This is the highest volcano or mountain in Ecuador, Chimborazo. It's like 6,500, I think, the altitude.
Uh-huh.
It's huge. And this is the most important river, Guayas River. It's the river to Guayaquil, the second important city of Ecuador. And this boat symbolizes the commerce between the Indian region and the coastal region. Yeah, and the other one is like olive leaves and something like that. I don't remember all the
The
symbols right now.
Yeah.
But the colors symbolize the yellow for the gold,
Okay.
blue for the sky and the sea, and red for the blood of our heroes.
Sure.
Yeah, probably Ecuadorians in the room have another answers about the shield of
And
Ecuador.
the fruit that you've chosen is also yellow, red, and blue.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Little knife.
The knife might have gotten here. There should be another one in here.
Oh,
There we go.
with this knife, you can. No, probably you put there.
Oh, okay. Put the fruit on the cup. Make it very
Yeah.
pretty.
The same with the.
The berries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get a couple more mugs out too because we of course want to share with everyone.
Ooh. And have 20 seconds for the babies ready.
And of course, we have to use our WPSU mugs. Although this is our old logo. We have a much newer logo now, but these are some older mugs that I have. All right, I'm gonna take a look at these bread babies and see what. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah, you're really puffed
amazing!
up. All right, we'll get the, where did folks put my things? These out. Look, Alex, yeah, there we go. We can put this here.
Looks amazing.
All right, our bread babies are browned and beautiful. Wow, all right.
And the baby one, it's so cute.
It is. Get them off the heat.
Alright, this is ready. And the most funny part is decorating.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the babies leaked a little, but some of them stayed pretty firm. There we go.
It's beautiful. This is my with the Ecuadorian flag. Oh my
I don't care if the strawberry and chocolate get together because strawberry and chocolate go together, in my opinion. There we go. Okay.
Now,
Get everything together here.
yeah, and we use for that the sprinkles and these fillings. And
So we've got the pre-made icings, which is great. Here, you can just, so you want the purple one, you said?
yeah, for the
Yes,
ice.
there's the purple. Oh, you want some out. Like this?
Ah, perfect. We have a pearls for the ice. The little one,
Stars.
it's beautiful. Let's start with this.
Okay.
And have another decorations. For example, you put this one. With different things.
Yeah.
And you see in the photo, it's so colorful. And you use
Right.
these films. In our case, you use two and other colors.
I can find you a toothpick just a minute. We can get that out.
That's right.
Good.
Yeah. Or use another color.
Already got it. Very nice. Oh, baby smiling.
Baby smiling. And this one, it's
So is it anything in particular, or you can just use any colors that you
any
want?
colors.
Yeah.
It's not in particular. Sometimes we use different patterns for the textile of different cultures in our
Okay,
country.
yeah.
But yeah, the reason is share the culture and sometimes have a smile or and you have a different kind of decorating these dishes in our country right now. You saw with hat with different, I don't know, logos for the soccer teams or different
Oh,
things.
right.
This baby, it's
It's very
so
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this part of the decoration, it's with the kids. It's the funny
Yeah.
part, and you share that. This is already.
Nice.
And the other ones, we use the pearls for the eyes. And probably you use another sprinkles to decorate.
Mm-hmm. So you could,
Because in United States, it's so easy to find this kind of
yeah, these
decoration.
little sprinkles. Maybe put some stars on.
Yeah. Maybe do with stars eye.
Oh yeah, they're a little bit bigger, right? Okay, go over here to these. What's another good color? Red. Red maybe. Yeah. There we go. Oh, this is a lot of fun. This is kind of like making
Yeah.
our cookies at Christmas time, where we kind of just do our own thing and decorate. Yeah.
Yeah. And use this time for spend with your family and talking with the kids about the story, about the heritage, about the honor to the ancestry, and talking about the country, the multicultural country. We live in a
course.
multicultural country with a different customs, and sometimes we don't have any information about that. or sometimes we don't remember that we have a mixture of different amazing customs in our country,
Yes.
in our countries.
Well, especially I think in in so many of the Americas, North America, South America, we have all these amazing indigenous populations that we don't really know a whole lot about in some cases. So I think it's really important to learn more and more about that as we go along as well.
Yeah, it's important. I work at an education area,
Mm-hmm.
and one of my last jobs was working in the Secretary of Bilingual and Indigenous Education,
Mm-hmm.
and we promote the use of the languages. In Ecuador, have another 14 indigenous languages to use in the different communities, and it's a lot. It's
That is a lot of languages.
of languages, and the work today it's promote these languages and have the right for the people to study in own language.
Yeah, of course.
It's very important, and it's very good
We'll
for them.
do a little bit of a high look here at our bread babies. These turned out so beautiful. We'll try them in just a minute, but let's get our drink figured out here as well.
Perfect. Yeah.
So,
This one.
okay. Oh yeah, it did
Perfect.
thicken up. Yeah, I see that.
Probably I need to taste for the sugar.
Okay.
If it's so, sometimes you need sugar. Probably taste if it's good. Yeah, we need more sugar.
Okay, here. Spoon.
Probably it's
Okay. This color, the deep purple, is beautiful. All right, I'm gonna get some plates out too to try the bread babies.
okay. If you need more sweet, you are more sugar
Mm-hmm.
on, but it's so strange for us. Every country have different kind of more sweeter or not sweeter preparations. It's so funny. For example, in my country, I think that it's not so sweet, but in Venezuela, it's so sweet product.
Yeah.
In United States, it's so sweet.
Yes, very.
All is so sweet.
Everything is very sweet here. I
Yeah.
agree.
Perfect. I want this one more.
Make sure you gave it enough.
Perfect. Probably more sugar.
More sugar. All right.
Some people prefer more acid,
Uh-huh.
but I think that it's more sugar. It's like cup and a half for sugar.
Yeah. Great. So what is up next for the your travels with the Humphrey program? Will you be traveling?
Yeah, I am in this. We have a little gap for Thanksgiving,
Uh-huh.
and me and Luis prepare a little trip to Boston to visit my sister and my brother-in-law. She lives in Boston for 7 years ago, and pass the Thanksgiving with our family.
Great.
And after that, I need to prepare my professional affiliation here,
Mm-hmm.
and probably have a lot of meetings outside of State College and Washington, New York.
Yeah.
Prepare this thing.
All right.
Yeah. And this is the color and the presentation.
Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. So,
So this is for the
yeah,
pictures.
we'll make a few more and then we will give this a try. So how does one eat a bread baby? Do you cut it? Do you just pick it up and bite it? What do you do?
I prefer to cut,
Cut.
but some people only take one or two
All right.
because it's
So
enough for all. Yeah.
here, well, I think just we'll make some for Alex and Luis too.
Yeah.
But I think you and I are the only ones who are gonna try it on camera, so.
Okay.
All right. So what are we gonna do here? We're gonna take one of these babies.
Yeah, and cut with the knife.
Okay.
Probably this one,
Okay.
and you can see the
Oh, that's
jam
a
inside.
strawberry one, yeah.
Yeah. And I take this
Mhm.
one.
Okay. Well, thank you. This is
Thank
gonna
you.
be fun. All right. Oh,
Mm. This
it's
is
like
good.
a cinnamon roll. It's amazing. Wow. Okay. So we're trying that, and then
And the texture is amazing. It's soft.
it is soft, it is great. So I know this is a little warm yet, but I want to try this as well. Mmm. Wow. What, I guess it's the cinnamon and it's only got the one star anise in it, but I taste that.
Mhm.
And what else am I tasting? Oh, there's so much flavor in this.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
all the
even
flavors.
describe it. Yeah.
Fruit,
Wow.
herbs, spices, sugar, flour, have a lot of ingredients.
I mean,
Maybe
I
the
know you would have to
flavor-
buy the package on Amazon, but I highly recommend you finding it because this is really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
It's a wonderful drink, I think, for the winter season. You know, we do something called a wassail or something that's got like wine in it, but I think especially if you're doing a non-alcoholic thing, or I guess you could put some alcohol in this as
Yeah.
well, but it's a little bit thick and it's just so flavorful, and it has such a wonderful aroma. So thank
Some
you.
people drinks hot. For me, it's better hot.
Yeah.
But some people drinks cold,
Okay.
and it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't tried it cold, but I really think it's lovely hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's warm, it's really nice. So thank you so much. I can't wait to try one of the chocolate bread babies as well, because I'm kind of a big Nutella fan. So thank you for joining us, for being a part of World Kitchen today. We will soon have next month's World Kitchen up on the website. So within the next week or so, keep an eye out for that. That will be World Kitchen Kazakhstan. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And if you do happen to make any of these, please send us your photos as well. We would love to see them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Videos like this are made possible by support from viewers like you. If you enjoyed this video, visit wpsu.org to become a member today and help us create more content like this.